Hello, I'm Amy Salazar, and I apologize for not being able to make it to the staff meeting. However, in the place of my presence, I am sending you this video in addition to the memo that I've already sent you, discussing some of LiveNation.com's downfalls in digital design. Similar to the memo, I will further show you the places I believe could be improved in the website's homepage, and I will show you examples of how this could be improved and examples of websites that are doing a better job at attracting audience members. I'm quickly going to go over the website so you can familiarize yourself with some aspects that I'll be talking about. This is Live Nation's logo. This is a search bar. This is my location. This is my tickets, in which customers who have an account with Live Nation get to see their tickets. And One Nation Pics and Videos, which is a site that shows pictures and videos that Live Nation has featured on its website. This right here is an interactive slideshow I briefly talked about on the memo. It features a diverse group of tours being promoted, so it doesn't have just one music genre, it has a couple, as you can see. Under it is the top tour sections, or overall the tour sections as I like to call it, and each section moves horizontally and has about 10 to 15 tours that it's promoting at the time. Each section has pictures of each tour, or at least pictures of the artists, and it has the date and the location closest to me. Under the top tours, there's a trending tours, country tours, House of Blues, new on sale, spring for tickets, and so on. But what I really want to bring note of right now is that when I first came into this website, the first thing that I saw was a concert feed. As you might have noticed, a concert feed, although it moves as I scroll down the page, the contents don't change. The only time that the contents of the concert feed change is when I personally scroll through its own scroll bar. I think this is ineffective because although it tells the audience that there isn't some information that needs to be processed, it doesn't tell the audience what exactly information there is to be processed. And in addition to that, you can see how there are some tour dates, but then if you keep scrolling down, there are pictures, which kind of becomes really distractive when you think about all of the information that is being thrown at you as the audience. Although this feature might work for social media websites like Facebook, in which users are more interested in knowing who is online or logged on, it is not as effective on a website that is trying to promote live shows like Live Nation is. The second point that I want to bring up is that when the audience first arrives at this homepage, it is really bombarded with too much information. You have the slideshow, you have the ads, you have the concert feed, and if you keep scrolling down, you have all these tour sections on top of each other. The amount of pictures, names, tour dates, and all that is a little bit too overwhelming, especially when the website's layout goes from something as big as a slideshow to something smaller as the concert feed and even smaller as the tour sections get. In addition, the small amount of blank space in between each section is not enough to make the page seem organized. Instead, it kind of makes it seem like a big block of information being thrown at you. And again, this makes the audience overwhelmed and might even send some users away from the website. I made a quick sitemap to showcase these issues that I've talked about more clearly. I first broke down the homepage into its own section so you can see just how much information there really is being thrown at the audience. So you can see the stayed the same, the top part of the homepage, but what I've made more clear is that concert feed takes a lot of space from the homepage, and that each section is really, really close together in proximity, as I've tried to show in this homepage sitemap. Now that you've seen what makes Live Nation's homepage effective in selling tickets and attracting a wider audience, I want to show you what I believe should be changed on this homepage. First, by making the slideshow wider and placing the concert feed under it, it gives the audience a better opportunity to process the information that it is shown. So instead of you throwing the slideshow and the concert feed together into one side like it is on this first sitemap, you allow the audience to first just see the slideshow a little bit bigger and see that there are things that are being promoted and being sold at them. Second, by renaming the concert feed upcoming shows, making it a click-through link in which the audience can access a bigger organized list of shows happening soon, and by removing the pictures that you saw in the first concert feed, Live Nation would not only decrease the amount of immediate information being thrown at the audience, but it would also increase its ability to attract people at the homepage. Finally, by categorizing tours under main popular music genres, like I've done here, you can see rock, pop, country, House of Blues, hip hop, and so on. by limiting the amount of pictures displayed in each choice section to 4 or 5. As you can see, I did 4, which is a lot easier to look at compared to the 10 or 15 that you see on the first website. And by finally creating a See More link that could be clicked through, placed next to every genre. As you can see, I placed a See More next to each. Live Nation will organize information better. So not only would these changes allow the company to create the much needed blank space the homepage needs, but it will also add depth to the page and its information. So as you can see, I've added a little bit more space in between each section to make sure that the audience knows that each section is its own separate section. In addition to that, the addition of the See More links and having the click through upcoming shows link kind of hides some of the information that the first homepage or the actual homepage is trying to convey. So as you can see on the first homepage, all of this information is being thrown at you up front. But what I try to do as the second sitemap is kind of hide some of that information so that when the audience first comes into this homepage, it is not bombarded with as much information as it is right now on the first page. What I try to do with the See More and upcoming shows link is hide some of the information so that if the audience is interested in some part of these links, it could always just click on it and be directed towards the next link that follows. So once the audience clicks on the See More link, it will be directed towards this page right here, and it's just a complete list of the tours and shows being promoted in that site or in that certain section. This list can either be alphabetically organized by the musician's name or by the tour's name. As you can see, I gave you a little example of both. This is an example of it being organized alphabetically by artist and band. And on the right side is an example of it being alphabetically organized by tour name. So as you can see, although the homepage look was not dramatically changed, adding helpful links here and there and decreasing some of the information that's being thrown at the audience, whether it's pictures or tour dates, will greatly increase the homepage's ability to attract a wider audience and thus enable the company to sell more tickets. Some of the successful websites that serve as examples for these suggested changes that I've suggested here are Live Nation's Career, which is right here. And as you can see, it's really interactive. The first thing you see is this really huge banner picture that just kind of makes you think like it would be fun to work here. And as you keep going down and scroll, there's another banner. So each banner is really interactive. It has its own text, it has its own colors. And then One Nation concerts and pictures and videos, which I talked a little bit about earlier on. It's found on the web page, on the home page at the top. And this one is a little bit more interactive as well, because although it has the same hectic layout that the homepage does, it has the banner-like images that I was talking about earlier on. The slideshow is a lot more interactive. It's a lot bigger. It's brighter also, so it's able to attract more people. Under that, it has about the same layout as the homepage with the same features almost, but the only thing that makes it a little bit more different is that there's this thin line in between each section, which tells you that there's a separate section beginning or ending, and there's also a little bit more white space in between them. This is the ending of my video. However, I want to again apologize for my absence at the meeting, but I hope this video will help you further understand the points that I've made about the website's digital design on the memo. Thank you and have a great day.